Hey everyone, it's me, Andres. I'm back. Um, been a long time since I've uploaded an episode. Had a crazy month for the most part. Had some vacations come up or that were planned for a year. They happened. I had a trip to Seattle at the end of August on Labor Day weekend, and then I had a trip to Salt Lake City on September 10th for a concert to go to. So I haven't been able to record anything for the most part. I have things recorded. I just haven't had time to edit. So what I'm trying to do right now is finish editing those episodes, get some music into them. I think I have one that's kind of ready to go. I can upload it here probably time of this recording tonight. Recording this on, I guess I'm releasing this one today. So when this is up, is the day I recorded it. So what's that? That's September 19th. I should be able to upload another episode that I've had in the bank and that has some background music. So like right now, the issue is I'm trying to learn how to loop music so I can have it in the background. The biggest issue I've seen in our recordings and our episodes when editing it is that we have a lot of dead air, dead time, and when there's nothing playing during them, it's kind of weird because it's silence, but like it's a very loud silence. It's very glaring. You notice it when nothing's being said. And although I've tried to trim them down as much as I can, I don't still don't know how to edit things properly, so I'm not great at it. And I'm hoping that having some background music going throughout the entire episode that it kind of fixes that issue. The biggest issue is learning how to loop music and have it go on for hours. I mean, our normal runtime is usually an hour, hour and a half. So trying to get music to play that long is right now the biggest obstacle. And because of the chips, I just haven't had time to sit down and actually try to learn and do it. I've had time to do one episode, like I said earlier, that's kind of ready to go. So I'm hopefully I'll upload it here soon. Probably at the end of this recording. Uh, but other than that, like that was one of our D&D class episodes that I was able to figure it out. So it's not the long flagship show like normal episode, hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes long. That was less than an hour. It's still a long time, but I think I have it figured out. But the way I did it is kind of weird. So I don't know if I did it properly or did it right or even correct it in any way. So I'm gonna upload that, let you guys listen to that, give me feedback. Comments on Spotify is not a thing. Um, so make sure to leave your comments, your tips, what you like, what you don't like, so I can keep improving, hopefully keep getting better at editing and having stuff come out a little better quality. Rely on you guys to give me some constructive feedback, but hopefully here this month. I know we missed the beginning of the season, so what I'll probably do now is I'll try to go through the first 2 weeks and give you like my reactions and stuff of the NFL season because we kind of missed the beginning of that. And hopefully, starting next week when we return our normal podcasting schedule, we'll be able to watch the Thursday night game. I'll record, have our reactions like we did last year, give our takes on what's happening in the league because the league, so like the NFL season so far has been such a not a crap show, but like it's not what we expected. It's a lot of upsets. Teams that were supposed to be good aren't good. Teams that were in the bad or somehow worse. Speaking of the Panthers, so I think what I'll do really quick. Let me pull up the schedule and I'll go through week one. I'll try to give you three things that I took away from week one. And then the fourth thing will probably be Broncos because I'm a big Broncos guy, right? So let's see here. I would try to let me take away something from the first game of the year, which is Kansas City Chiefs versus Baltimore Ravens. My biggest takeaway watching that game was that the Ravens don't know what they want to do. They signed Derrick Henry in the offseason and they didn't use him in the second half. He scored the first touchdown of the year. He was really good the first half, but they decided not to use him in the second half. It's kind of strange. Their offense kind of floundered and didn't really have an identity until the very end when they went to Isaiah Likely and were a toe away from winning the game potentially. I remember watching that game as soon as it was over. I looked up to my brother and I was like, "The Ravens have no identity. They don't know what to do. Like they try to feed Derrick Henry, but like the second one thing didn't work, they decided to go through Lamar Jackson. But when his play style wasn't working and they couldn't get into scoring, they moved to Isaiah Likely, which is kind of weird to play through a tight end like that. Um, and then even in week two, the struggles still remain. So I think that the Ravens right now don't know what they want to do, and I feel like they have pressure to do a lot of different things. either play through Derrick Henry or play through Lamar, and they don't know which one's the better way to play through. So that's one thing. Second thing with the Bears, shout out to you, Diego. It's for you that it's that Caleb Williams is still a rookie, and I don't know why a lot of the analysts I listened to during the offseason were touting Caleb Williams and like acting as if he wasn't a rookie. Like in this game against the Titans in week 1, he had like 90 yards passing, which is nothing, right? Literally nothing. I don't know. It was just kind of weird. My takeaway is that sports radio is typically overreactive. And so maybe they're just trying to garner this sort of overreaction, negative, positive reaction from audiences. I don't know. I've been saying it that we need to chill on Caleb Williams. It's his first year. He's going to be a rookie. All these quarterbacks are going to be rookies. You just got to give him time. I'm not saying he's going to be a bad player, but like, holy shit, dude. My biggest fear right now is that he's kind of looks like Justin Fields, and hopefully he doesn't turn out the same way as Justin Fields in terms of having to leave and find a better system. Only time will tell. That was my second takeaway from the first week. Caleb Williams, we got to pump the brakes on him. Let him be a rookie. Let him learn. Hopefully he'll get better soon. A third thing. Let's see. Oh, maybe Tampa Bay. It's gonna be. I don't know. Like the Saints were against Carolina were pretty good. They're really, really good. Scored 47 points, but it's against Carolina. Giants still sucked. Oh, maybe the Chargers. I guess the takeaway with the Chargers is that they are a completely different team, and they've fully embraced Jim Harbaugh. So if you didn't know, the Chargers hired Jim Harbaugh in the offseason to be their new head coach, and all he does is win for the most part. Like everywhere he's coached, he's won like a lot. And so we're expecting him to turn this team around because last year they were terrible. But Herbert doesn't look like Herbert. He looks like JJ McCarthy. Herbert is playing instead of trying to win the game by himself like he had to last year, throwing for 300 yards, scoring all these touchdowns. He's he's his play style has diminished. His role is diminished. So all he's doing is just taking the opportunity throws and not making plays. He's just letting his run game make the plays, getting down and then throwing like 5-yard touchdowns. It's really crazy to see how different the Chargers team look now with Jim Harbaugh being the head coach. That's my third takeaway. Was like, damn, these Chargers look different, like radically different. It's insane how much Jim Harbaugh has imprinted on them. It's crazy. And then I gotta go with the Denver reactions. In week 1 against Seattle, I liked Bo Nix. He did fine. And I guess I'll lump in week 2 when they played against the Steelers. It kind of feels like they're not trusting Bo Nix. Like no one trusts Bo Nix. It's kind of weird. So like I don't know. Sean Payton is not calling the right plays right now. It seems very training wheels ish, very simple. Just letting him kind of try to gain confidence instead of win games. But at the same time, the team isn't really helping. The team isn't good. Like last year, they won 8 games. So they're average team. They're decent. They have talent. But like right now, watching the games, like the receivers can't get open, even though they got open last year. The running backs can't run the ball, even though they ran it better last year. The line isn't blocking, even though they were decent last year. The only part of the team that's showing up is the defense. That's awesome, but like no one's really helping Bo Nix out. It's kind of surprising. I've seen good things from Bo Nix and bad things from Bo Nix. Again, he's a rookie, so I just want him to learn, let him learn, just give him some time. My biggest takeaway from the Broncos so far is that the team somehow got worse. And it's not that we lost players and got worse. It's that the people on the team are performing worse than they did last year. But I don't know how much it is because on Bo Nix because he's a rookie. I don't know, but hopefully, time they get better. So that's my week 1 takeaways. Week 2 include the Broncos. Already went over that. Buffalo is still Buffalo. Like no one believed in Buffalo even I didn't believe in Buffalo. I picked them to be a wild card team, like a 6th, 7th, maybe a 5th seed, but I didn't pick them to win the division. But so far they look great. They look pretty good, and Josh Allen's doing MVP like things, and he's not even like performing well. He's just taking what the defense gives him. He's not doing too much. He's letting his team just win the game. Like he only had 170 yards passing, I think. No, not even that. If Tua was 145 yards passing, let me see. Let me look into this game. Josh Allen in the box score. He threw for 139 yards. It's not even 170. 139 yards, touchdown. But he was 13 and 19. So he's doing. He's just leading his team. That's all he's doing. So maybe not be MVP, but he is a true leader. He's leading his team to wins. Shout out to James Cook. We had a phenomenal game against Miami, scoring like 3 touchdowns. Awesome. The defense is a lot better than people thought they would be. And I think overall the Buffalo Bills are just winning games. Like they're 2-0 and they played pretty well both games, minus the first half of last week. I don't know. I think the Bills are gonna quietly prove us wrong and not believing in them, and they're probably gonna win the division. They're pretty good. Second takeaway, Saints. So far they're for real. Scored 44 points. So 47 points against Panthers, 44 points against the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas. That's insane. Derek Carr looks pretty comfortable. He looks a lot better than when I saw him last year. So let's keep it up. This Kamara, the biggest thing is I watched highlights of the game, and Kamara looks like he's jogging like every single time he runs the ball. It's kind of weird. I don't know if that's him sprinting, but he just watch him. Like when you watch Kamara highlights on these long runs, just watch him and tell me if he's either jogging or sprinting, because it looks like he's jogging to me, but I don't know. But the Saints are for real, at least so far. I don't know if they're gonna have like a hot start and a slow finish, but like this kind of shows that they have the talent to be great. They just have to show us that they can be consistent. Second takeaway, so my last one is probably gonna be let's see here. What's a good game? Tampa Bay. Maybe I guess it's Tampa and Minnesota. Okay, so my third takeaway is quarterback play, and quarterbacks need time. Baker Mayfield was cast aside for Deshaun Watson. He was sent to Carolina, where careers go to die, as Bryce Young is showing, and hopefully we'll talk about Bryce Young next week. But Baker Mayfield was basically on his way out of the league, or at least out of a job, and become a journeyman backup. He went to the Rams, learned, went to the Bucks, and now he's playing great. And he's playing almost MVP like football. He's really good. He's one of the top quarterbacks in the league right now. Sam Darnold is the other one too. Sam Darnold drafted 3 to the Jets, was awful, so bad that he was caught saying he was seeing ghosts, which is nuts. That means he was just so lost in New York. I also went to Carolina. Seen a trend here where he was good for a little bit, but Carolina being Carolina kind of ruined him too. And he needed a year in San Francisco to kind of regain confidence. And now in Minnesota so far, he's looking pretty good. And it just kind of proves a point, like we need to give these quarterbacks some time and some patience so they can get better and learn and just become who they're meant to be, right? Like I don't know if Bryce Young is supposed to be great, but he's not given time. They already benched him. He's not given the opportunity to succeed. So maybe hopefully Bryce Young will have to leave and kind of reset and become who he was supposed to become. I guess we'll see. So those are my takeaways from the season. It's just really quick recap of what I've seen, what I think. So Paulie Andy here, and thanks for listening. Sorry I haven't been able to upload recently. It's just been a very crazy, hectic, chaotic month for me in terms of traveling and stuff and school, and I'm just trying to find the schedule again. Anyways, sorry for the lack of episodes, lack of content. We should be back better than ever, hopefully here soon. Thanks for listening. I'll see y'all next time.